Hi, I'm Rasheed. I'm here with Nicolette. Nicolette, yoga instructor, former fitness teacher and so on. Just tell me a little bit about yourself and your background.
Hi, yes, I'm Nicolette. I run a company called Self Love. I've been in the industry for, I would say, over 20 years now. I'm very, very passionate about it. And at the moment, I'm really delivering yoga and Pilates to everybody. Everybody has different needs, so it's very bespoke according to what you need today at the time that I see you.
And the company is called Self Love. Tell me a little bit about why is that? Is it because people don't love themselves enough, or they don't take enough time for themselves? What's that about?
Sure, it's primarily about, as you've said, taking time with yourself, but also if you don't get to know who you are, then really you can't expect other people to get to know you.
Got you.
So it's starting from the basics, understand you, what you want, what you don't want, and then you know how you can reason, approach, talk to people around you.
Got you. And when it comes to yoga and Pilates, there'll be some people who are converts and who work with that all the time. For people who are curious about something like yoga or Pilates, what's your tips to people who are perhaps looking on your website, or they're calling you up or curious about one of your classes? What's your tips in terms of somebody researching or starting out? What would your advice be?
Yeah, I think, first of all, you need to find a good teacher that you resonate with.
And how do you do that? What should you be looking for?
You're trying different teachers, number one. And when you're there, the first thing is approach when you approach the space. Are you welcomed? Are you acknowledged? Do they actually care about you? So are they asking you your name? Are they asking you about your health history? They're asking you what brings you here today? What is it you want to get from the class today? And then I think from there, you try the class and you notice the attention they give to you, the attention they don't give to you, how they treat other people surrounding you, and how they translate verbally what they want you to do with your body.
Got you.
Whether it's through demonstration, whether it's through walking up and down and it's verbal, and do you get that if they're not demonstrating?
Yeah.
Don't always have to demonstrate.
Got you. And as you said, you work with all sorts of different people. You've worked with some high achievers, you work with companies, you work with charitable groups and so on, and you work with some big spas and places like Chapneys and so on.
Yes.
Is there a difference between when you're working with these different types of people? Are there different issues or different kind of concerns or different needs?
Yes, very much so. If you're working for something like Chapneys, you get people who fly through. So they're flying through the studio, enjoying their stay in a gorgeous environment, and it's very much a touch-based thing. You're not really going to get to know them, but you need to still give them the attention that is needed for their body that day.
Okay.
If you're working with a corporate company, for example, and you have been hired in for a long term to work with the workers here, they're going to have issues like rounded shoulders, neck ache, headaches, lower back issues, and so on. So you really want to make sure that you focus on those areas and you communicate with them to find out what they need from the sessions. And if you're working on a one-to-one, you're building a lovely relationship, you find out exactly what that person needs and you work specifically with them for those goals. It is their workout.
And tell me, I know that you've worked with a whole range of people, from people who are probably very, very healthy and fitness is just part of their thing, to lots of people who've had some serious injuries and they come to you after that.
Yeah.
Why is it that these people come to you? It's quite, it's very interesting that lots of people have had really severe traumas and so on. Do you have a sense of why that particularly is?
I think it's, I have been told, I think it's because A, when I'm with you I make you feel as if you are the only person that matters, and B, the impression that I give to people through feedback is that I actually care.
Got you.
And I do.
Got you. So it means that whoever the person is, wherever it is they are in their health and their well-being, feels as though that, I guess they're not excluded, that you're able to look at them and where they're at and come up with something that will work for them.
That's right. Just because you cannot get your head to the floor in a forward bend if your legs are apart doesn't mean that you're not doing the activity correctly. We find ways for you to be able to get the benefits from what the goals of that posture is.
Got you.
Yeah.
And if people are trying to find you and want to know a little bit more about the work that you do, what's the best way for them to track you down? Is it off the website?
Yeah, they go to www.selflove.com selfloveonline.co.uk. You can find me there, www.selfloveonline.co.uk, or you can email me, which is Nicolette, Nicolette, at selfloveonline.co.uk.
Well, thank you so much for that, and good luck with the work, with the retreats, with the corporate, with the one-to-one clients, and all the other work that you do.
Thank you so much. Namaste.